welcome to another edition of Game Over right here on STN TV. It's that time of the day where we dissect, digest, and delve deep into sporting issues in Ghana and around the world. My name is James Ohinba. I'll be your host from now until when the show ends. Today, we'll be looking at the CAF Under-20 AFCON tournaments being hosted in Mauritania. Remember, the Black Settlers of Ghana have booked their ticket to the final of the competition. They'll lock horns with the Scorpions of Uganda in the final. Also, we'll be looking at some selected games in the European League this weekend. Also, we'll be looking at our question of the day, and it will come up, and also my unique brand of expert analysts will be here to dissect the issues and break it into smaller particles for you. But before then, give us a follow on Facebook. It is STN TV, and also on YouTube it's STN TV Online. We go for a breather. When we come back, the show continues. Stay tuned. Welcome back from the breather. You're still watching Game Over right here on STN TV with me, James Ohinba. It's time for our question of the day, and the question of the day is: will the Black Settlers of Ghana be able to lift the AFCON trophy in Mauritania? Remember, they are 3 times champion. They first won it in 1993, 1999, and then in 2009. Can they win their 4th AFCON tournament? Let's go for the views of football fans.
We will support them since they've gone far. I personally didn't expect them to get to the final because football in Ghana has been reduced to something like that. So far as they've been to the final, I and my friends are going to support them. You know, I've never watched any of those matches, but the final is supposed to be watched by my friends and I. And we thank them for putting Ghana back on the African list, going to the final. It's been a long time Ghana went to final. So if the Black Settlers are doing that, I think we should support them. So cheer up to the guys, and anyone who's supporting them. We are supporting you as a country. Ghana is supporting you. Ghana is behind you. So let a Black Star shine again. Thank you.
I personally believe they can win if only there's an understanding between the team members. Like Stephen Bedu said in an interview, he says that the peaceful cohesion between the team players is not really as strong as during his era. So I think if they peacefully coexist within themselves, they can communicate properly on the pitch. I think they'll win. If not, then they'll lose.
Basically, I'm tipping the Black Settlers to win. Not because they've played really good, but then I feel they can grind these results. But looking at how they are playing, they are not really playing any better football, but then it's the results that matter. And I don't think Uganda can give them any tough tests looking at how they also played. So yeah, I'm tipping the Satellites to win.
I think the Black Satellites can win this competition, considering the fact that their performance has been so good throughout the group stages till now. And I think they don't concede enough goals in the competition. So I think for me, they will edge Uganda in the finals in the competition come this Saturday.
I think Ghana will win because the players are very capable. When looking at their previous matches, I think they will win the finals.
So I think that the Black Settlers of Ghana will win their final game on Saturday against Uganda. The Uganda team are a very strong side, but they thumped Tunisia 4-1 in their semi-final, but we had to do it by a long goal. But I think that the perseverance of the Ghana Black Settlers will help them win their game. I think that they are good enough. They've been to this competition several times. They've won it several times. They've given to the world. They've won it as well. So I believe that yes, the Ghana Black Settlers will win their game on Saturday.
Those were the views of some football fans concerning if the Black Settlers of Ghana are going to win their 4th title when it comes to the Under-20 AFCON tournament. Now, let's go for the highlights of the game between Gambia and then Ghana as they beat them by just a goal.
Djibouti gets this game underway. Who's going to take it? Boa, I think. Fatou. Boa's going to take it. Boa's shot goes a little bit wide. Akari Joawa replaced by this man here. That delivery straight at the goalkeeper. Go straight for goal though. Fatou shot! It's a great save from the goalkeeper there. Saidi coming to the rescue. Ahmed, Dreams FC player, trying to play the 1-2. There's a little flick, there's a chance for a shot coming in. No, it doesn't go Goes back, Barney gets the ball back to Bafor. Bafor's shot is wide by a few meters. Say Jawara, Manir as well. Let's see what the movement's like and how the marking is. The delivery goes in at the far post, and it's gone way over the top, away from Cisse. You just never know with these two. Boa, I think. It's Boa. Boa goes for goal. Boa! Boa! There's your goal. Ghana taking a lead. That sweet left foot of Perseus Boa. Take the free kick with that just on the outside of the penalty. Ball. This is a chance now. It's Gambia looking to equalise. The shot's gone a little bit too high, away from the Senegal. Into the penalty area, nice little flick, but it's easy. 6 minutes into the second half, taken quickly, the ball was rolling there. Drama shot! Well, it was a bit tame, wasn't it? Gambia automatically head up into enemy territory, laying on the pressure, trying to find an opportunity. That's a good little piece of play there from Bojang, teeing it up for his final whistle. Ghana have done it, it doesn't matter now. And the black satellites of Abdel Karim Zito have got themselves a berth in the final once again.
You just saw the highlights of the game between Ghana and Gambia, and Ghana are through to the final of the competition. Head coach of the Black Satellites, Karim Zito, gave his post-match thoughts after the game. Let's listen to him.
There is something in our, in all, coaching is putting your thinking into action. That is what coaching is about. Now, I studied them, I showed them, I revisited the match they played against us. Then I saw that we gave them enough space to operate because they are full of techniques. The boys, the 14, 20, 10, 8, 12. Very, very good. The ball, when you give them space. So we try something called tracking and getting free. Track them, get free and play. So we deny them the space for them to maneuver. You understand? But you can't deny it the whole 90 minutes. But where it matters, we're able to be. So today you see we're running more and chasing them more. So that is what I saw, and then we plan against that. Because as a matter of fact, when you are coaching African team, our mentality is not like the Europeans. Because they won, they feel they can win. Because we lose, we want to win again. You understand me? Yeah. So you see, tactically or psychologically, the attitude was different. And we were more determined to win than them. Even though they are here to win. But because of the previous result, we didn't want them to slap me twice. You understand me? So came in to track them and then stop them from playing, that's all.
So you had Abdel Karim Zito, the head coach of the Black Satellites, giving his post-match thoughts after the game against Gambia. We go for a breather. When we come back, my unique brand of expert analysts will be here to break the issues into smaller particles for you. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and it's time for us to delve deep into the issues and break it into smaller particles for you. I have with me Emmanuel Safo, a colleague sports journalist and also a writer for Ohinba Sports. Welcome, Emmanuel Safo.
Thank you very much, James.
Hope you are good.
I'm doing very good, and yourself?
I'm also good. Let's go into the AFCON and the 20 AFCON tournaments currently going on in Mauritania. Now, the Black Satellites of Ghana have qualified for the final game against Uganda. But then, let's look at how they went through the rounds and got to the final. Do you think that it's by merit of their performance that they are in the final, or just a fluke, or just luck?
There's nothing like, I don't believe what people say there's luck in football or something. Yeah, luck comes in maybe only during extra times and during penalties. But in the 90 minutes, you have to strive and then play very well so that you'll be able to win the game to the maximum fit. So talking about the Ghana under 20 playing in this very tournament in Mauritania, looking at the third game they played against Tanzania, they won by 4 goals to 0. In that very game, I didn't see the footprints of Coach Karim Zito. On the field, the boys themselves just were entertaining themselves, even though they didn't play any spectacular game. yet they were able to win by 4-0. So I think during that game they did very well, and then in the subsequent game that playing against Morocco, you played a goalless draw. In that very game, you could see it was our goalkeeper Dangal and the defense which came to our rescue. Other than that, they would have scored the Black Stars. So, and the subsequent game, the game after that against the Gambians, they scored the Black Stars 2-1. We took the lead, and then we lost the lead, and we lost the game at the end. So I think the coach Karim Zito looked at that very game, that's the last group game, and then counted on it in the other subsequent knockout game. And then you can see against Cameroon, we played very well. We played the 1-1 after extra time. We played 1-1. We went ahead to play in the penalty shootout, and we were able to win them by 4-2. In that very game against Cameroon, you could see we were on top level. We played very well, and moving on to the semi-finals, we played against Gambia again. We scored them by a lone goal. Courtesy a free from Precious Boa. In that main game especially, you could see we were intense. There was intense pressure in the very game. We played to the maximum expectation, which Ghanaians at home here in Ghana were expecting the boys to do, and then they did exactly what we Ghanaians were expecting. So I think...
You think they deserve it?
Sure, they deserve it, because if you don't play anything, you wouldn't get it. That's why the likes of Zambia, the likes of Tanzania, Moroccans aren't in the final. So as we are going ahead to face Uganda, it's going to be a very tough game.
Yeah, so you mentioned Uganda in there. Let's look at the Ugandan team. If you look at the players that they have, a lot of people didn't give them that respect for them to be at the final. Their debutants, of course. Even their last game against Tunisia, they beat them by 4-1. A scoreline that a lot of people didn't expect. What do you think of it?
For sure, even myself, I never expected that, because they have the likes of Komakech in the post, and the right back, they have the likes of Kizito, and then also in the midfield, they have the likes of Sewada, and then up front, they have the likes of Kakuza, who had 5 goals to his name in this very tournament. His first 2 goals were penalties, which he scored one. He scored one against Mauritania, and then subsequent ones he scored a hat-trick against the Moroccans. You could see he's a very top striker. When you go to the Ugandans league, he plays for FC Police, and he's doing very well over there. So coming up to this game, you could see, if you watch Uganda against the Moroccans, Uganda were very on point, were just clinical, tactical. Sure, because if you watch them perfectly and rightfully, you could see their coach fingerprints on them. You don't want to commit too much. When you get a ball, just leave it to the nearest player of yours, or the nearest player in your team. And that was what they were doing, and it perfectly worked for them. If you look at how they send the long balls to Kakuza, who is also clinical on the day, he won the man of the match, and he beat a hat-trick. Respectfully, I think it's going to be a very tough game for Ghana, because in the tournament currently, you will see we have a very top defense and a very good goalkeeper, but I think
the midfield.
Yes, but it will take a lot to contain Kakuza, because he's on top form and he can score you on any day, anytime, anywhere.
Okay, so if you are Abdul Karim Zito, what would you be saying to your boys ahead of the game on Saturday?
Yeah, I would tell them to just follow the strict, or just follow the tactics I have given to them. You should just play accordingly, and with the defenders, they must stand on Kakuza, because looking at the Ugandan team, you just play the ball, a long one, all balls to Kakuza, because he's going to score. So they just have to mark him. That they have to tactically mark Kakuza, and you should just remove him out of the game. And with that, I assure you, if Kakuza doesn't score, they are not going to win. So definitely, if Kakuza doesn't score and Ghana is able to score with the likes of Fatao and Precious Boa, I think Ghana can win the tournament for the 4th time.
Hopefully, we hope that Ghana wins the tournament for the 4th time. Let's shift our attention to some selected European games this weekend, and tomorrow is Liverpool against Chelsea. Safo, what do you think about this game? Manchester City are already run away with this, but obviously this is a big game.
Sure, it's a very big game, and then you could see Liverpool played over 60 games at Anfield without losing, and then just in their last 3 games at Anfield, they lost all. So for me, I don't know what's really happening, because others are saying Liverpool's losing, and then their injury woes are as a result of they building their training grounds on a path which is an old Indian burial place or something. That's what people are saying, but I don't know. Yes, so sure, that's what people are saying. I don't know if maybe it might be true, if they are being hunted by a ghost or anything. I just don't know.
So who do you think is going to win that game?
It's a very 50-50 game. They are both attacking game. It's going to be the very last time those two teams played over there. It was a whooping victory where Liverpool scored Chelsea by 5 goals. So for me, I think on a very day, it's going to be a very tough game, but I think Liverpool are going to carry the day. Let's
look at another tough game. It is Manchester United against Manchester City. It's the Manchester derby. As I said, Manchester City are runaway leaders, but then will Manchester United be able to stop their 21 unbeaten win streak?
It's a game, and looking at the past 2-3 years, you could see in Europe or in England, it's only Manchester United who have been able to defeat Manchester City more, especially because the likes of Liverpool. Because the likes of Liverpool are not able to defeat Manchester City subsequently. You just defeat them one and then they lose the other. But with Manchester United, they are able to defeat Manchester City home and away. So currently, I think Manchester United has everything to frustrate Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. But looking at the likes of Riyad Mahrez, who is on top form, even yesterday when you watch their game against Wolverhampton Wanderers, he deserves to score and then he did. So for me, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has a lot to do to prevent Manchester City carrying the day. But it's going to be a very tough game, and still, I will still tip Manchester City to win that very game.
So Safu Emmanuel tipping Manchester City to win that game. This is Swear Tango Alliance to draw the curtains down on the show. The show has been Game Over with me, James Ohinba Makeo. Catch up with me the same time next week as we bring you what's happening in the world of sports. Take care. Bye-bye.